welcome to 3 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. I have with me a very special guest, Mr. Hrithik Nag, Head of Asia Listings at Token. Welcome, Hrithik, and your opening remarks on overall or the current scenario of cryptocurrency market.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction, Vishakha. I've been seeing the crypto space over the past 3 years, especially from a standpoint from the exchange business point of view. To be very honest, the business part of launching new projects have not reduced overall, even in the bear markets or the bull markets. It's been fairly stable. What has changed is the amount of money being invested into the space. Fortunately, that's been increasing over the past few months, as we've seen that the price briefly was touching close to $33,000 for Bitcoin, and hopefully very soon it can cross a new all-time high in the coming few months, and bring in some new fresh business to the exchange space.
Right. So since January, we have seen an 80% rally in Bitcoin.
Yep.
So will this positive momentum continue, and are we out of those crypto winters now?
Absolutely. If you see historically, the market has been working on the US election cycle. So if you see the last bull run that happened, it happened right after the November election in 2020, and it lasted until November of 2021. So we expect a similar situation very soon with the November election coming next year. And hopefully, if we have Ron DeSantis, the Miami governor, who is going to win from the Republican side, it's going to be a major bull run this time. Maybe even crossing 500,000 if he is going to be the next president. But that's only going to be for the time to tell. Even if Joe Biden wins, I'm hoping him to give a lot of free money to people, and that should definitely bring in a lot of money into this space. Not to worry, not to confuse with the other things as well, which like the ETF in the Bitcoin space, as well as other fresh investors in the institutional space that are investing, which will also lead to this. But the election cycle is a huge force that will push the market cycle in the crypto space because of the dollar being dominant in the space.
You just spoke about ETFs. So BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, has filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF along with some other the asset managers. So what is your take on that?
Well, it's a very refreshing take on the crypto space, because it was getting to a point where it was becoming very stale in the space. We're seeing exchanges that were saying, hey, we're making it very easy, we're allowing users to invest. But I think so to some point, there are traditional investors who, at the end of the day, are still worried about it. They really don't want to take the risk of going onto a crypto exchange with situation, let's say like FTX. These are like very ultra traditional investors that are really afraid to invest. And products such as this will actually bring a fresh breath of air into the space, allowing them to invest without really coming into the crypto space. They're indirectly investing, and that should hopefully give a rally to the crypto bros out there.
So, but in India, there's no clarity regarding crypto regulations. But India has already given its suggestions for the G20, framework of cryptos. So, what do you have to say about that?
Well, like a famous person once said, you break the rules first and then you ask for forgiveness later. I think so in the tech space, you can't really expect the government to set the standards for a new technology like this. If you take a look at even aspects like the internet, nobody asked for information from the government or standards from the government. It was the companies that did the revolution first, and then the governments followed. I think so the same thing with this. The Indian government is thinking in a very backwards thought process, and we expect the market to evolutionize themselves and bring new stuff into the space. We don't need the government to do anything. So the market will do the growth itself. Hopefully the government does not hinder it to the extent that we've seen it over the past few months and the years, and we see some good stuff with the G20 summit coming very soon.
Right. Sam Altman, the co-founder of OpenAI, has come up with an interesting project called WorldCoin. What are your thoughts on that, and the intersection of AI and cryptos?
Honestly, AI has always been a part of crypto since the beginning. If you've seen exchanges as well as many trading portals, they already offered you AI trading. You could do a lot of the businesses that actually launch projects. They get market making bots, which are technically AI bots that have algorithms to be traded upon. You set it up and then they go racing and start trading themselves. So you really had this already on the back end. People didn't really know about it, but with his launch of ChatGPT and many other products, that's when it really blew up in the public face that hey, AI is a big part of crypto. It's certainly needed for investors to acquire new and upcoming projects, to analyze them much better. Humans can only do X amount of analysis on these projects, and the AI can do it exponentially better. So it's overall a better thing for business as well as investors.
Tokenization has been gaining a lot of traction. So what is your take on that and the future perspectives of tokenization?
Absolutely. So right now, again, the tokenization space is something that is bit of getting to that stale place wherein you're seeing projects repeatedly doing the same thing again and again. Nothing fresh is coming out. But I think so over the next few years, what we will really see, the real benefit of this space is the cost reduction in launching a token as opposed to a security in the traditional finance space. A token or a coin allowing people to launch their securities, regular businesses that really have their profits in place, they have a real business, they have cash flow, allowing them to launch tokens is the next bull run that we're going to see with the tokenization space. Is when they start acquiring these and accepting the tokens, that's when we're going to see a lot of huge boom. Right now it's only guys in their basement saying, hey, let's do a meme coin and let's start it out without really any value. But when the real companies start launching their tokens and coins, that's when we'll see a huge boom market. Maybe we can even see the destruction of the stock market over the next 50 years or 80 years when companies decide to launch a token instead of on the stock market. It's quite effective in terms of financials.
Very interesting. We are going to see the next bull run with the help of tokenization. Thank you so much, Mr. Hrithik, for being on 3.0 TV and sharing your views and knowledge with our viewers.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. Please tune in more onto Web 3.0 TV. We're having some great stuff here. Thank you very much.
So that was Mr. Hrithik from La Tokens. And for more such interviews or updates on Web3, log on to our website www.3versetv.io or scan the QR code. With camera person Mr. Srinivas Pengonda, this is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off.